I think what makes anybody special is being authentically yourself, because there is only one of us in all, of time. We each are special, and we each are unique, and we each are these brilliant things. Just allow yourself to be that person. Allow yourself to make mistakes. Allow yourself to try things. And so I think that's what makes you special. There are people that don't like me, obviously. Very few, I'm sure. But I don't pay attention to it as much, and I don't alter, and I would never alter the way I am so to change that. If they don't like me, I can't do anything about it, because I think I'm a good person. I'm a kind person. I try very hard to treat everybody with respect. I want to just be honest, and so this is just who I am. So if you like me, great, and if you don't, I don't know why, because look at me. What the most important thing is to be true to yourself. And ultimately, that's what's gotten me to this place. I don't live in fear. I'm free. I have no secrets. And I know I'll always be okay, because no matter what, I know who I am. So, in conclusion, when I was younger, I thought success was something different. I thought, when I grow up, I want to be famous. I want to be a star. I want to be in movies. When I grow up, I want to see the world, drive nice cars. I want to have groupies, to quote the Pussycat Dolls. But my idea of success is different today, and as you grow, you'll realize the definition of success changes. For many of you, today, success is being able to hold down 20 shots of tequila. For me, the most important thing in your life is to live your life with integrity, and not to give in to peer pressure to try to be something that you're not. To live your life as an honest and compassionate person, to contribute in some way. So to conclude my conclusion, follow your passion, stay true to yourself, never follow someone else's path unless you're in the woods and you're lost and you see a path, then by all means you should follow that. Don't give advice, it'll come back and bite you when they ask. Don't take anyone's advice. So my advice to you is to be true to yourself, and everything will be fine. And I know that a lot of you are concerned about your future, but there's no need to worry. The economy is booming, the job market is wide open. The planet is just fine. It's going to be great. You've already survived a hurricane. What else can happen to you? And as I mentioned before, some of the most devastating things that happen to you will teach you the most. And now you know the right questions to ask for your first job interview, like, is it above sea level? So to conclude my conclusion that I previously concluded in the common cement speech, I guess what I'm trying to say is life is like one big Mardi Gras. But instead of showing your boobs, show people your brain. And if they like what they see, you'll have more beads than you know what to do with.
You've been doing the show for 10 years now, and I guess there's a generation, certainly of Australians, given this is going to be seen by an Australian audience, who don't necessarily know what a rough time you had before you started on this show. That you were, you did a very successful sitcom, you then came out, and then it was cancelled. Has this show sort of saved you, do you think, in a way?
I think what saved me is me being honest. And I think I somehow had the courage to do something and say something that I knew would possibly end my career. And instead of making business more important, I made my soul and my life more important. And I think by being truthful and by being honest, that saved me. And then I was given the opportunity to do something where I could actually just be myself and people could see who I am. And if they respond to it, great, and if they don't, great. And they've responded. I would never be something that I'm not, if I wasn't happy, if I wanted to do something differently, I would do it. I'm just a very honest person. I say what I mean and what I feel, and everyone who works with me knows that I'm, 100% honest. I'm never gonna, if I'm saying something to you, I mean it. I think the show, when I first started, there were a lot of people who did not want to buy this show. By the way, it was not an instant, like, let's put her on the air. It was, initially, I think the thought from a lot of people, station managers, was, she's a lesbian. I mean, these are housewives at home. They're not going to. She has nothing. They're not going to relate to her. And there was a lot of fear of what is my show going to be about? Like I was just going to, wave a rainbow flag around or something like, I don't know what they thought, but. I said, I'm just going to be me. I've always been me. You just happen to know more about me now, and that's all that, the difference is. But it took people a while to realize that I wasn't on some kind of agenda, or it was not an easy sell.
Do you carry any resentment from that time?
I'm furious.
You were cranky at the time, though.
I was furious at the time because I just felt like, how dare they not like me anymore just because I suddenly revealed the truth of, who I am in one aspect of my life. Not, it's just, I'm just saying I'm gay. That's all I was saying. And I was so mad. I was so mad that I lost, my show. I lost, not just my show, but like nobody wanted to hire me. For 3 years, I didn't have any offers. Literally the phone did not ring for three years. And I had no money. I was out of money. I was just so, that tends to make people cranky. And then, I just kind of, and it was good. It was actually, I'm very grateful for that time. I'm very grateful that I got to experience. It gave me more compassion. I know what it feels like to be out of money. I know what it feels like to be up and high and like, I was in a top-rated sitcom and very successful, and people treated me very well. And then all of a sudden, just because of one revelation, I was the joke. I was the punchline of every late night talk show. I was made fun of in magazines. And it felt horrible at the time. And now I look back and I'm so grateful for it because it really gave me a chance to examine myself and say, who are you without fame? Who are you without success? Who are you without money? And I kind of found different parts of me that would not have grown had I not experienced that. I think I cared more when I started out, like, I just hope everybody loves me. I hope everybody likes me. And that's what when you're a comedian, that's your goal, and you don't go in there going, I just want 50% of the people to like me. But then, you get to a place where you know that you can't please everybody, and you know that there are going to be people that have opinions and they don't like what you do, no matter how hard you try. So I've let go of caring as much. So that's what's different about it for me now. Now I realize that I just have to be happy inside and know that I do the best I can. I never could have imagined my life going on, especially in a direction that it's gone. I really just thought I was going to go back to stand-up and just tour and do stand-up. And then out of nowhere, Finding Nemo came along. When life gets you down, you know what you gotta do?
I don't want to know what you gotta do.
Just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, swimming, swimming. What do? We swim, swim.
Dory, no singing.
Dory. I love to swim. And he wrote that fish for me. He wrote Dory for me. And then this show came along, and it just kind of took off. And I think it just reminds me that no matter how much we think we have control over things, and we think that we can guide our lives the way we think that they can, go, we really have some control over it. We can choose to do things rather than not do things. But I think what's meant to be is going to happen. And I think I trust that now. And that's why I think I've let go, too, because I used to care so much about what people thought of me. I used to care if people liked me. And I want people to like me. I still care about that, but I know that I have no control over it. I know that I just can be myself. I can just be completely, I'm a good person, I'm a kind person, I'm a gentle person. I live my life in a kind way, and that's all I can do. And as long as I go to sleep at night and I know I've done, the best I can, that's all I can do. Portia said when we got married, one of the things she said to me in her vows was, it's one thing to be loved, but it's profound to be understood. And that's what that's all you want from people. I can't expect everybody to love me and like everything I do, but I just want people to understand me and to get me and know what my intentions are. And my intentions are to make people happy. And my intentions are to never hurt anybody. And my intentions are to have compassion and to hope I can spread that a little bit every single day. This is crazy. I mean, so deserved, but this is crazy. I mean, I can't tell you how much this means to me. I started my show and I just set out really just to make people happy and make people laugh and to get very, very rich. And I certainly didn't set out to win any of the many, 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 many awards I have received over the past years. But I have to say, it's a little strange to actually get an award for being nice and generous and kind, which is what we're all supposed to do with one another. That's the point of being a human. I mean, would I call myself the Mother Teresa of talk shows, the Dalai Lama of daytime? No. But I'm sure someone out there has. I don't think you have to have a talk show to be nice to people, to do what I'm doing. I just think that kindness is something that we should all have. That's an innate quality that we have, and we need more of that out there. I read an amazing quote recently. What if there was no such thing as love, just proof of love? I don't know if it was from the Bible or an Instagram, but it was really powerful to me. So my wish is for, and we have a lot of people watching in a lot of different countries, and I want everyone to know that we all really, really love one another. Deep down, we all love one another, and we need to get back to that. My wish is that we all try. We need more of that right now in the world. This energy, I mean, you can feel it in here. And you've talked to, people come from very, very far away. They fly here, they make, plans to, this is their vacation or their trip, and they come in here and bring this positive energy and this love and this joy, and I get to feel that every single day. It's the most amazing feeling that energy is coming at me every day, and I hope I give it back to them, and I hope they get that, and I think if I do that every single day, and I feel like I have a purpose. I feel like it's why I started out as a comedian. I started out to make people happy and make people feel good, and I'm doing it on a larger scale, and I think I hope I can do this for a long, long, long time. I always like scaring people.
I've seen you have people jump out and
right.
Right. And I'd already planned out my reaction.
Oh, good. Then let me pretend to scare you.
Okay, ready?
Okay. Rah! You see the honest reaction. You see somebody, they can be acting one way, like, Drake is so cool, or Bieber is so cool, or whatever, and then all of a sudden someone pops out of a table and you just see, this little kid in them, which is really, so far no one's gotten punched in the face, because I'm waiting for that to happen one day, for somebody to just, that's their reaction. But you know why I do it, too? Because, and you can see we play a lot of games on the show, we stop playing. At some point, we think it's okay as a child to play, and then at some point, it's like enough play, and you're supposed to be, behaved and quiet, and you can't play anymore, and I don't understand it. And I think that's so wrong, and I think we should keep playing, and to me, scaring is what I'm the closest thing to, kick the can or hide and seek or tag or whatever that I can play on my show. If I could play tag or hide and seek on my show, I would play that. Maybe I'll do that next season. I just have always loved music, and I always love to dance. I mean, how do you not dance when you hear music? That's just sort of who I am. When I hear music, I dance. I think people come here almost... it doesn't really matter who's on the show. It's just a place to let go and be free. And, I mean... everyone in this audience is, a stranger to the other. People are from all over the world, and they come here, it's daytime, and they're all dancing. And, people just stop dancing. I think people grow up, and they stop playing games, they stop playing hide and seek, they stop, we just grow up and we get so serious and stop playing, and we stop dancing, and we get busy with our lives, and the only time we dance is maybe at a wedding, and maybe if we're drunk, and maybe if there's 20 other people out there, and nobody goes to clubs anymore, and and to me, dancing represents just freedom and letting go and having fun and being a kid again. So that's why I do it.